Now, before I go and run it right through the machine, what I want to do is I want to put a cross break in it. It'd be a little easier now to do than later. So let's go ahead and slip these in there. The reason we're going to cross break these is for strength, additional strength on this particular plenum here. And that'll help prevent the duct from, when the fan fires off, the pressure builds up, and sometimes it makes a kind of a whoop noise there in the ductwork, or you know what, you can hear that on the furnace. So we're going to put a cross break in them to start. So that being said, let's do it. So just simply slip them in there, corner from corner, and it doesn't have to be just a plenum that you can cross break. You can cross break your main trunks, and I encourage that as well on your bigger pieces. Up to this point with the project, though, we haven't done that because they've all been extremely small. So right now we're just going to take care of the cross break. I don't want to do anything with the flanges, the screw flanges or anything yet, because I'm going to run them through the machine first. Okay, now that everything's cross broke, we are going to take it up and we're going to put the button lock edges on each side. So let's do that next. Okay, so this is a new machine that we haven't learned anything about it to this point, but this is what they call a lock former machine. Now these are also a lock former machine, but this will do the Pittsburgh seam. This unit over here will perform actually 4 different connections. It'll give you two different styles of the button lock, the A lock, the B lock. Here, I'll just demonstrate. So this is one side. When it comes out, you'll have that roll, and the other side, as it runs out, we're going to have this 90 degree with all these slots cut in it for aka the button lock. The center two are a little bit different. The center two, the one is going to make an S-clip. When you run it through, it's going to turn this into that, and the other one will make the drive cleat. It'll fold them up and over. Now these here, they've been notched out, and I kind of prefer that because it's easy to bend over, but totally a preference thing there. And you can get that with a round punch as well. So with that, we're going to be focusing today on the left and the right, the 7/16 take-up and the 1 1/4 take-up. So we're going to look at our sheets here. These first two, they have the 7/16 take-up, so I'm going to run them through the same direction with the lines up both times. So let's start it up and go from there. One thing you're going to notice when we run these through is this machine is much faster than the other lock forms, but the concept is the same. You keep it tight against the fence, and once it takes it, you just let it go. Comes out the other end with that 90, we spin it around, get it snug up against the fence, and then start feeding it in, and boom, once it takes it, we're on our way. Just like that. We'll do the same with this one, this other 7/16. Okay, so there's the 7/16 sides. Now we're going to worry about the 1 1/4 setups. Same thing, just rather than using that side of the machine, we're going to move over to this other side, lock in the 1 1/4, and go at it. Same deal with the lines up. we got it. Let's take them back to the bench and then finish fabricating. Okay, here we are back at our bench. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these two left and right panels, and we're going to put the 90-degree half-inch screw flange on the bottom. So the first half goes in, the second half comes out to a 90. So let's do that next. Normally I like to put the other end in the brake, but this one's tied up against the wall tonight, so we're going to do it this way. Unless we walk up to the other one. Okay, so we're going to take that all the way up and around. Like that. 45. Slip it out, so that went to the inside. Now we're going to close that down completely on itself, real tight. And then flip it over, and we'll be able to finish that half-inch on there. That didn't transfer across very well. You want to have your half-inch original mark here right to the other side so you don't lose that in there. Should be right on the edge, but if you don't put them all the same, then you're going to have your sheets different heights on your plenums, and that's not what we want. And we're going to pull this one up to a 90, and we'll stop when it's straight up. You'll notice the top of the sheet, how we notched that, is straight off at this point in time yet. Do the same on this one. Okay, the camera just went dead here. Alright, so let's pick up back where we left off then. Just finished up bending the screw flange on these panels here. So just slipping them in there. First half-inch goes in, second half-inch gets bent out, slip back in the brake there. Slip it in, and then completely close that down how it needs to be. So with that, that is done. That's complete.